If the UK government wanted to censor the things that we watch or we consume, how's to say that gaming content won't be filtered as well? Why do I ask this? Let me show you.
So this is hilarious, guys. Mainstream news outlets like BBC are so irrelevant these days that we're getting a headline here from the Irish Times. YouTube could be forced to promote British public service TV content. UK media regulator, Office of Communications, warned.
Oh, I don't know if you know this. Some people are also protesting against the BBC, okay? Because they didn't help damn thing when it comes to migrants. And most importantly, if you don't know, I'm adding some stuff. But right now, the people in the United Kingdom is waking up. They're protesting against the government. And you want to know what they do? The UK government do this. What's going on? Why are they all mad? Well, why did you bring the migrants in, numbnuts? Why do I get the feeling that the UK government knows this, but pretend to be stupid?
Warns that networks such as BBC and Channel 4 are quote-unquote endangered as viewers move online. People aren't watching this slop anymore, guys. That these poor mainstream news outlets are endangered. We need help. We need YouTube to put this on everyone's homepage.
Who the hell even listens to BBC anymore? Tell me something. To my viewers from the UK, which one of you listens to the BBC? Generally, I have to know. Say it in the comments.
Those who haven't been keeping up with all of the news, Ofcom over in the UK has been one of the organizations at the very forefront of facilitating all of the recent internet censorship and surveillance via the UK's Online Safety Bill, which threatens online privacy, security, and free speech.
Also, yes, protecting children, but don't forget one thing. Yesterday, it is already the 4th of July, aka 250th anniversary of America. What a coincidence, isn't it? I mean, call me a conspiracy theory. I have a feeling that, seriously, this backlash came exactly on the 250th anniversary. I have a feeling that the UK Online Safety Act is going to set US-UK relationship to the American Revolution. And it's not protecting kids. Seriously, that is the job of the parents, not the government.
Under the guise of protecting the children. And according to Ofcom, if a website estimates your age incorrectly and thinks you're a minor, you would then be required to prove that you're an adult by submitting your personal information, such as a facial scan, or your banking information, or your credit card information, or other digital wallet. Yeah, that totally doesn't sound like a recipe for disaster. And I saw a meme the other day that was just perfect about all that's going on. I really should have saved this thing because I can't find it now, but it went something like this. Using the internet in 2005. Never submit any of your personal information online. Using the internet now. Send your facial scan and banking info, blah, 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 etc., to use the internet. And it's pretty scary that that's where things are going. But that aside, at least now we can laugh at Ofcom trying to get YouTube to promote these endangered mainstream news outlets.
Oh, I don't know you know this. They're being sued as well. Ofcom is being sued. You want YouTube to promote this? Seriously, what are you doing, Ofcom? You want this, but are you aware that you're being sued? I don't think anybody's gonna take you seriously, and I know most of my viewers who are watching this, you don't care about the BBC. You don't even watch it. How many of you who are from the UK watches the BBC? And most importantly, when was the last time you did watch the BBC? Say it in the comments, folks.
The article goes on to say, digital platforms such as YouTube could be forced to make programs from UK public service television channels prominent to protect endangered networks such as BBC and Channel 4, according to the British media watchdog Ofcom. Ofcom on Monday said there needed to be prominence and discoverability for content from public service broadcasters on the online platforms that audiences increasingly use. It added that in particular it was critical that the public service broadcasters and YouTube work together to ensure that PSB content is prominent on its service and on fair commercial terms. Ofcom said the government should consider whether this needs to be underpinned by legislation to give statutory backing to PSB content on YouTube, especially news and children's programs. If no action is taken, the very existence of the PSBs will be threatened. Time is running out to save this pillar of UK culture and way of life.
To my viewers who are from the UK, do you care about the BBC and Channel 4? I'm 100% certain any of my viewers who are from the UK, you don't care about them. You have ditched them, you don't care. Also, BBC, just back off. How about this way? Pack up and leave. Adios. Out you go, mate. Looks like YouTube and the UK government did not respond. Oh, YouTube and the UK government did not respond immediately to the requests for the comment,
the regulator said. Above that, they also went on to talk about how more people these days are using platforms such as YouTube, Netflix, and TikTok as opposed to traditional television viewing, and that this is why their views are down so much. But as we all know, there's more to it than that as well. And this is not specifically a UK thing, but people all across the world are largely sick of mainstream news outlets and journalists. They have eroded public goodwill. They have lost the people's trust. And so people don't watch them anymore, and their viewership plummets. And now Ofcom's over here telling us that we need to be so worried about these endangered networks.
Endangered. Genius, you always say that why is YouTube or YouTubers are getting more attention than the mainstream media? Genius, you idiots are the one that did it. Look, it's not their fault. You guys are creating narrative at a narrative just to piss off everybody. And when people call you out, you cry victim. The gaslight continue, and thus half of your audience felt alienated. Where did they go? YouTube, of course. How about instead of attacking the audience, shaming them, how about adapt? If YouTube and Twitch can adapt, same goes for Netflix, why can't you? Oh wait, you cannot, because mainstream media, most of them are boomers.
YouTube, won't you please help? If no action is taken, the very existence of the PSBs will be threatened. Time is running out to save this pillar of UK culture and way of life, the regulator said. Speaking of the UK, this was also crazy. Saw this tweet from Pirate Nation saying, "You're a terrorist in the UK if you think Western culture is under threat from mass migration." According to this image, which claims to be from gov.uk, we've got list of terrorist ideologies, extreme right wing, and highlighting here cultural nationalism, saying Western culture is under threat from mass migration and a lack of integration by certain ethnic and cultural groups. And apparently being concerned about this makes you an extreme right wing terrorist. We've already talked multiple times about how the UK has this elite police squad that they made to monitor social media activity, specifically to monitor posts that criticize the government's policies on immigration.
Well, that backfired because guess what? Now the UK citizens is now waking up. They're protesting. And what the UK government do? They just scratch their heads. And no, it's not a small thing. It's a huge. Azzim already react to this. I'm probably gonna put his video in the description and in the pinned comment if I can find it. Look, I know this video is not gonna be related to my gaming channel since it is gaming related.
And I made a video 2 days ago talking about a testimonial from a woman who was a victim of terrible things that migrants had done to her and a number of girls between age 12 and 16 in Telford. And that when she was speaking out about this stuff, the police actually went to her door to, in my opinion, it came off like they were essentially trying to intimidate her into silence. Yeah, instead of going after the perpetrators of these disgusting crimes, they were going after her to silence her from talking about this stuff. But good for her, she didn't remain silent. She did go on to talk about this stuff. So, I mean, hopefully nothing happens to her. But yeah, that's how concerning this all is, that you would even need to be concerned about something happening to her for speaking out about this, instead of, as mentioned, the police supporting her and supporting the victims and protecting them.
Yeah, that's a scary thing, folks. Ooh, what on earth are they trying to do? I think besides them setting US-UK relation to the American Revolution, I think they're also going to revive the British Empire. They are the ones that are doing colonialism, these UK idiots in the government, including Keir Starmer. I feel sorry for all the British people. You deserve a better Prime Minister.
In other news, 3 days ago, the BBC made an article titled "Most Popular Boys and Girls Names of 2024 Revealed," going on to say that Muhammad retained its place as the most popular boy's name with 5,721 babies given the name. It was ranked first in 5 of 9 regions in England and came in 57th in Wales. We are talking about England here, right? I read that right. England, most popular boy's name right now for babies is Muhammad. Okay, yeah, just wanted to be sure I read that right. That takes us to the next part of the video. First, a little bit of context as we revisit this tweet from UK Labour politician Peter Kyle. We talked about this the other day, but he had said, "If you want to overturn the Online Safety Act, you are on the side of predators. It is as simple as that." And the gaslighting here is off the charts. I mean, what a terrible thing to say. He gets community noted as well.
Imagine that. Got community note. Thank you, community note. Since coming into force, Online Safety Act has blocked or restrict/censored content that wasn't what the act was, which includes immigration, parliament debates. Nice job, Peter Kyle. Ingandar? What on earth are you doing, mate? Where billiard?
He had said, if you want to overturn the Online Safety Act, you are on the side of predators. It is as simple as that. And the gaslighting here is off the charts. I mean, what a terrible thing to say. He gets community noted as well and says, since coming into force, Online Safety Act has blocked/restricted censored content that wasn't what the act was for. This includes immigration, parliament debates. Wikipedia is challenging the categorization rules as the act will mean tough restrictions on the site. These were his initial comments. Let's watch this 50-second clip and then I'll tie this all together. Thank you for your patience.
This is the biggest step forward in child safety since the internet was created. There is, since Friday last week, children and parents will notice the difference in the experience that children have. Most children do not go looking for harmful and dangerous and pornographic content. Most children actually have found that the content has come to find them. That's why we've acted so decisively in this. And for everybody who's out there thinking of using VPNs, let me just say to you directly, verifying your age keeps a child safe, keeps children safe in our country. So let's just not try and find...
How about instead of that, why don't I don't know, parents just don't be lazy? This is stupid, okay?
Just prove your age, make the internet safer for children, make it a better experience for everyone. That's surely what we should aspire to in this country.
Okay, with that context, that takes us over to Politico and an article that they wrote titled Britain's MPs, that being members of parliament, aka politicians, charge VPNs to expenses as minister urges caution. What this means is that, oh, and they say here, actually, look at this. Technology Secretary Peter Kyle appeared to suggest that VPN use could put children at risk. But like I was saying, what this means is that British politicians are telling people not to use VPNs. Meanwhile, they are actually using VPNs, and not just that, they're putting the expenses, the cost of the VPN use, on taxpayer dollars. So they tell the citizens, don't do this thing, while they do it, and they get the citizens to pay for it.
Yeah, they also will block it. I swear. Sorry you had to add that. I don't know, but I would like to keep it that way. Okay, for the VPN, I think we'll make it briefly because we already seen it in the previous video. For the TLDR, right now ESP or ISP is blocking VPN, and it's not looking good. But seriously, verify your age so that the kids can be safe. I'm so sorry, folks. I get short-circuited every time I say that because it's stupid. It's cringe. Again, like I said, to any of you who are from the UK, when was the last time you watched the BBC or Channel 4? I'm certain all of you have already ditched it. You don't watch them anymore. I will say this, be careful out there, and again, like I said, this kind of thing doesn't work. We already seen Discord, how it can easily be bypassed. How? Thank you, Hideo Kojima. That's right. Death Stranding has a photo mode, and don't forget, Stellar Blade has a photo mode too. Keir Starmer and any people who promote this law and saying that people who are against the UK Online Safety Act is just, what was he called again? Oh, a predator. Nice job, genius. You played yourself. Again, for the record, sorry, there's a lot of pauses and side quests. I really short-circuited. Every time I hear this, it short-circuited my brain. I mean, seriously, who the hell elected to these people? And most important, how the hell did they get away? You know what? I'm not going to answer that. My viewers from the UK, thank you for waking up and protesting. Look, I know it's not easy for any of you to protest. However, if you have the chance to either protest or vote Keir Starmer or any UK politician that promotes the Online Safety Act out of office, go for it.
Well done, Griffin. Now we got this airfield secured, we can get a foothold on this island and start pushing the Japanese back. We're through retreating, lad. America's back in this war.
Leave a like and subscribe if you want woke or anti-war detected, or you just want to see me play games, or perhaps you like trending topics. Visit my second, third, and fourth channel up here or link in the description.